Imagine this. You've spent years perfecting one algorithm. Not just code, your secret sauce. The one detail that makes your product faster, cheaper, and better than the competition. That's your intellectual property. That's your edge. And then you paste it into an AI chat, just to get a second opinion. You type, "Explain this section," and the AI doesn't just explain. It zooms in on that exact line, your know-how, and goes, "That is a genius optimization." Then it calmly breaks down why it's brilliant. That's when you feel it, because you realize you just showed your most valuable idea to a machine that's basically a breakthrough detector. Now, no panic, just honesty. I'm not saying someone is actively stealing your code right now, but I am saying this. You just handed your golden nugget to a system you don't control. Welcome to the new reality. Hey, Max here from Tech in Mind. No fluff, just practical AI. Stay to the end. You'll leave with one rule and 5 actions you can use today. AI doesn't just read text. It sees structure. If there's gold in your code, a clever trick, a weird optimization, a strong idea, AI often spots it faster than a human. It's like a metal detector. You show it the beach, and it beeps right where the gold is. Key takeaway: if AI can reliably pinpoint the most valuable part, then everything around it, logs, access points, people, processes, could in theory notice it too. This isn't a scare story, it's just a risk model. Risk number 1, what leaks isn't code, it's meaning. The problem is rarely someone copying your whole project. The problem is that AI can extract the pearl, the core of your idea, the approach, the structure, the secret sauce. And once that pearl is out in the wild, copied into tickets, chats, docs, prompts, it can echo. So one day a competitor asks a similar enough question and gets an answer that feels uncomfortably familiar. Not because everyone is evil, but because that's how scale works. Massive data, massive queries, patterns surface on their own. Risk number 2, they don't train on my data. Checkbox isn't a bulletproof vest. Let's be real, policies exist, but so does reality. Even if a company does everything right, the human factor remains. Leaks, config mistakes, insiders, careless integrations. When billions and industry leadership are on the line, the question gets tough. How confident are you that your most valuable info will always stay in perfect conditions? Quick context. The Facebook atachan Meta hientage example. In 2025, major US cases alleged Meta may have used unlicensed book datasets, some allegations mentioned LibGen, for training. Meta contested it, and courts argued over details. The point isn't who's bad. The point is, stakes are huge, data wars are real, so you need a simple protection system, not blind trust. Risk number 3. Your AI assistant isn't just a chat. It's an agent. This is where it gets critical for 2025, 2026. A lot of modern tools aren't just text boxes. To help you, they can index your project, suggest changes, run processes, work in the background. Here's the simple metaphor. You think you hired a smart intern. In reality, you let an active component of another company into your system. I'm not saying it's malicious, I'm saying it's not yours. So you can't give it the same trust or the same access as your best employee, because the biggest risk often isn't the AI will steal, it's too much access. Want to feel that physically? On Linux, open HTOP. On Windows, open Task Manager. On Mac, open Activity Monitor. During an active Copilot or IDE helper session, you'll often see background processes running. That's not proof of spying, it's just a reminder. The tool is operating inside your environment, so its permissions and access should be minimal. Pro tip, here's the golden nugget of this video, the 3-wall rule. Alright, 3 walls, no paranoia, just effective. Wall 1, the 2-zone rule. Zone A, with Cloud AI, anything typical. Docs, learning examples, drafts, public libraries, templates. Zone B, no Cloud AI, anything valuable. Core algorithm, secret sauce, financial model, private keys, credentials, production logs. Main rule, if you hesitate for even a second, it's automatically Zone B. That's not paranoia. That's a seatbelt. Wall 2, mask the true goal. Sensitive task, don't feed AI live commercial reality. Instead of, here's our production code and real client data. Do this. Here's an abstract learning example of a similar problem. Let AI help with the idea, not peek into your vault. Wall 3, sandbox, plus human filter. If a tool asks for an agent, repo access, or project connection, do it in an isolated environment. Docker, a VM, a separate test project. AI can suggest, but you decide what actually runs. Practice 5 actions you can do today. Never paste secrets into prompts. Passwords, API keys, private links, tokens, hard. No. Hide your real gold behind a learning example. Need help on a tricky part? Build an abstract version and ask about that. Sandbox anything that runs. If an agent installs or executes things, isolation only. You are the final filter. AI suggests commands and edits. You choose do, such as don't do. For golden projects, go local. Tools like Alima let you run models on your machine, so data doesn't fly to the cloud. Yeah, it's like swapping a Ferrari for a powerful off-roader. Not as fast on a perfect track, but you drive on your own terms. AI is a supercar, fun as hell. But the brakes should be yours, not on a subscription plan. They don't steal code, they steal context. Often it's not the code that gets exposed, it's the execution context, where this runs, what it connects to, what it can access. That's why running an AI agent in production can feel like giving a brilliant external intern the keys to the office and saying, try not to break anything. Your ideas are the main asset of the 21st century. Protect them. Start with the 2-zone rule and the 3 walls. Drop a comment below. Have you ever had a moment where AI understood your project a little too well? If this helped, hit like. Subscribe to Tech in Mind and send this to that one friend who pastes whole repos into ChatGPT. I'm Max. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.